Haven't we all seen movies and documentaries, read articles and scientific papers, listen to deep discussion between renowned scientific experts regarding the foreseen impacts of climate change and greenhouse gases on our fragile world? Haven't we heard from some doomsday prophets about the dismal future generations who will exist in a post-apocalyptic, dystopian world which would be filled only with horrors at every turn? Aren't we aware of the great collaborative movements begun by and carried forward by scientists, groups of nations, various international bodies and the awakened common world citizens who are trying to mitigate the effects of climate change and greenhouse gases by ushering in a wave, no, a tsunami of new technologies with a sense of extreme urgency? When, not if, anymore, greenhouse gas emissions are made nil, a global net zero economy will be achieved, and for this to happen, a transition to renewable and sustainable energy is essential. Clean, green, and renewable energies have emerged as crucial components in our quest to combat greenhouse gas emissions and reduce our environmental footprint. Recently, a large global group comprising of more than 200 climate and energy organizations signed an open letter. It calls upon world leaders and countries which are parties to the Paris Agreement to agree at the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP28, to triple renewable energy by 2030. The open letter was published on September 18, 2023. As an acknowledgement of this, during the G20 summit, in the G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration, world leaders have pledged to triple their nation's renewable energy capacity by 2030, a leap of 300% from their current and existing capacities, as part of our collective global efforts to accelerate a transition to clean energy and mitigate climate change. Whenever we hear of clean energy, green energy, renewable energy, sustainable energy, we often get confused with the various terminologies used within our normal everyday conversations. In this video, we shall dive deep into the intricate web of these energy terminologies, highlighting their similarities and differences. This video shall explore the nuances of clean, green, and renewable energies, offering clarity on their definitions, sources, impacts, and implications. Hi friend. Welcome back to SciTech Buzz 1 channel. We wish to sincerely thank all the new subscribers of this channel. We have observed that 92% of our viewers haven't subscribed to our channel. If you haven't as yet subscribed, kindly consider doing so after watching this video, since it would encourage us to do more. Now let us delve into the analysis of the subject matter. Defining clean, green, and renewable energies. What can be defined as clean energy? Clean energy is an umbrella term encompassing energy sources that produce negligible pollution, emit minimal greenhouse gases, and release few chemical contaminants into the atmosphere. Palmetto, a leading clean energy company, defines clean energy as sources that do not release air pollutants, ensuring minimal or zero environmental impact. Clean energy sources, such as nuclear energy, prioritize emission reduction and pollution control. What can be defined as green energy? Green energy, on the other hand, is derived exclusively from natural sources like wind, sunlight, or water. It is characterized by its eco-friendly nature, as green energy sources do not produce pollution, in stark contrast to fossil fuels. Additionally, green energy emphasizes sustainable development, avoiding practices like mining and drilling that harm ecosystems. What can be defined as renewable energy? Renewable energy is harnessed from sources like the sun and wind, which are naturally replenished and inexhaustible. The U.S. Department of Energy recognizes 6 main types of renewable energy: solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, bioenergy, marine energy, and geothermal energy. Importantly, renewable energy sources result in minimal greenhouse gas emissions and are considered an ideal alternative to non-renewable sources like coal and gas. The intersection and divergence. All forms of green energy are inherently renewable, but not all renewable energy sources qualify as green. A notable example is hydropower, which requires deforestation and industrialization for dam construction, causing environmental damage. Similarly, bioenergy, derived from wood waste and organic agricultural waste, releases greenhouse gases during combustion, undermining its green status. Distinctions based on creation, renewal, and impact. Creation. Renewable energy is obtained from naturally occurring sources and can be naturally replaced over a human's average lifetime. Green energy, sourced from natural elements, aligns with sustainable development and minimizes environmental impact. Clean energy primarily focuses on low emissions during creation, regardless of whether the source is renewable or non-renewable. Renewable energy sources are inexhaustible and naturally replenished, though there are limits to the rate at which they can be captured. Green energy relies on these naturally renewable sources with minimal environmental consequences. In contrast, clean energy does not necessarily possess inherent renewal qualities. Impact. Renewable energy's environmental impact varies depending on the harnessing process. Green energy is lauded for its minimal ecological footprint, while clean energy's impact is negligible, encompassing both renewable and low or zero-emission non-renewable sources like nuclear power. Here are some specific examples of environmental impact. Renewable energy can potentially impact the environment, depending on the energy extraction process. Large-scale hydroelectric plants, for instance, release pollutants into the environment, distinguishing them from cleaner renewable sources like wind and solar energy. In contrast, green energy generation, while not entirely free of emissions in some cases, avoids habitat loss and plant extinction, preserving biodiversity. Clean energy, with its emphasis on emission reduction, aligns with clean air. Green energy is closely associated with natural sources, and renewable energy encompasses recyclable sources. Thus, clean energy can be viewed as a broader category that includes renewable sources and non-renewable sources with minimal emissions, such as nuclear power. In conclusion, the terms clean, green, and renewable energy are often used interchangeably, but each carries distinct implications and impacts. Renewable energy, sourced from constantly replenished natural elements, forms the foundation of sustainable energy solutions. Green energy goes a step further, emphasizing minimal environmental harm, making it the eco-friendliest option. Clean energy, a broader category, encompasses renewable sources as well as low or zero-emission non-renewable sources like nuclear power, targeting emission reduction. As we navigate our path to a sustainable future, understanding these distinctions becomes crucial. A net-zero world is within reach when we effectively combine renewable, green, and clean energy technologies, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and safeguarding our environment for future generations. In light of the urgency posed by climate change, embracing these energy alternatives is not just an option but a necessity to mitigate environmental crises and secure a brighter future for our planet. My friend, if you have found any value in this video, then kindly click on like button as an encouragement to create better quality content. Please share this video amongst your family members, friends, and in your social media networks so that this information might benefit others. Don't forget to subscribe to SciTech Buzz 1 channel so that you will not miss out on any of our forthcoming videos. Thank you.